morning, bro, we hopped up on that bus. It's Chill, Hyde, and Raji, glad you came to whip with us. Got no GPS or telling what we gon' discuss. Shout out Thompson Farms, they got the melons and the nuts. We like a trampoline, yeah, we jumping on this beat. Early morning shows, got the Crocs up on my feet. Don't worry about the fire, yeah, cause we will bring the heat. We on that yellow bus and we rolling down your street. Early morning pie, yeah, we got that coffee sipping. 5-star reviews, maybe even a subscription. We a work in progress, always room for improvement. Get up on that bus, it's a movement.
Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are your first source for mediocre sports coverage. Another big show for you today as we recap our trip and other things sports related this weekend. My name's Chill. Welcome to the show. Let's bring the rest of the guys onto the show. Sitting to my right, he's a UGA, class of 07 graduate. He's a diehard dog, oblivious to how people really feel about him. Punctuality continues to be an issue. His bottom row looks like he's been a brick. He is the pride of Buddy Johnson Road. I'm talking about Adam Hike. That's how we're,
I was on time this morning.
He was. Sitting across from him, he is a Seminole for life. His gullet of store food for days. Diaper needs changing on the reg. He's got napkins for hands. He's big. He's sloppy. He's big. Raji.
Shout out Thompson Farms, they got the melons and the nuts.
Hey, Thompson
That's,
Farms.
unfortunately, that's my daughter's favorite part of that song. So.
It's a great hook.
Hey, I let them know that we still need that sponsorship money.
Never see it. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're back up early this morning. Even though we don't have work, man, just continue to grind. Everybody on time for early morning show. We've got our people that need this to get their morning started on Tuesdays, and we're here for the people. That's what we
sacrifice for the fans. What we do.
We do. So let's update us real quick. Hype. Bowl mania. You know, it's in mid full swing right now as some of the major bowls start to come up. Kind of update us on where everybody's at. I know I'm near the bottom,
So Heights Hype still leading the pack, 14-4. That's I've confirmed
That's
over the
impressive.
weekend. Jonathan Briegel, he
Very
is
impressive.
on a heater right now. So if you got money to burn and you want to try to get some games lined up, you need to contact Jonathan Briegel. He's doing big things. Stet the Jet is in second place, which is me. That's my team. 11-7. Eli
Okay.
Floyd is in third, and BT from Georgia. That's Brandon Tanner. Shout out to BT. He's tied for third.
where's the rest of the sports teams at? Right here, Big Ugly Sports.
And I'm going on a limb and say that Sunbelt Billy is that you? No.
Did you do one
Okay. Well, I thought it was you.
for the show? Didn't he?
I'm in another one.
typical. This one is free. All you do is
Yeah,
literally.
but I
fill out
got
your
money in
fee.
this other one.
What, how does that impact this one?
I'm promoting it, but I mean, I was busy.
Are you kidding me?
It's embarrassing. Anyway,
I knew when he hadn't said anything about it.
Yeah.
He didn't do
the
it.
whole time I thought you were Sunbelt Billy. And I thought, look at Raj being in fifth place at 99 mediocre.
Shame on you.
Ed.
I know you don't care.
Shame.
I know
Shame.
he shrugged his shoulders. Typical.
Ed tied for fifth. My brother tied for fifth. Okay. Chill 1960.
Am I ahead of Opie or no?
No. He has stormed back, and he is currently sitting in tied for fifth place. And he missed 2 games.
That's why I don't gamble anymore on sports. For that reason, right there, sitting at 6 and 12. So
I just need to add to be last place.
And my boy Cam Panic down there running Hardware's Pizza, just 6 and 12,
great joint to eat though.
just ahead of the
Hardware pizza by there.
It's in lines. Don't get that twisted, dude. Don't do
yes
that.
lines.
Hardware pizza, you get them wings and a pizza.
Some say Lounge.
Bounce.
Yeah, me and him go down there. Pizza, 35 wings for one night.
All right, we've got our Christmas bracket finals. It's a
Championship.
wrap.
It's over with. It wasn't even close. Home Alone just drugs Elf in the finals.
Is that a 3 seed?
4. Home Alone. Yeah, I can't remember this.
Well, everybody lost interest after last week when the championship was last week. Nobody really cared.
Christmas vacation. I mean, votes were strong, poured in support of Home Alone. So I mean, that was a minor upset, I guess. I think people thought going in Elf would win because it was a newer movie, but both good quality Christmas movies and Home Alone.
What's been that Elf and Home Alone are in the finals. Home Alone's what 99?
91.
91? And then Elf 04. I mean, if Christmas movies has there been any? They just kind of plummeted since then, or
Mediocre at best since then. Christmas Chronicles on Netflix is about.
we could have taken it back to 46 with It's a Wonderful Life. I did see where somebody on our rival Barstool Sports said that was the most overrated one. He said it's just long, black and white.
Yeah, but his reasons for not liking the movie were just because it was old.
He don't understand because like when you grow up,
Can you clear your throat, please?
He needs to
I'm not going to.
fight
You
through
don't
it.
understand. If you grow up and your life was like that, growing
Let
up
the
on
camera
Buddy
see that,
Johnson
but there we go.
Road, you don't understand. It means more to you.
All we have was
All
black
things-
and white
all things
forever.
you just said were accurate.
Hey, we just had black and white. That's what we
What?
had.
We ain't have no heating back in the day, neither, boy. If it's 26 degrees out there, gotta get all them comforts. I got colors on.
Definitely some Mayberry coming in on that. Shout out to Floyd Farms.
All right, Ross, real quick before we dive into our UAB trip, signing day recap. I know you patted your back in the group text last night about Florida State finishing #1 in the transfer portal.
They ain't done.
So they're going to be higher than #1.
So they're getting another guy.
Who is it?
Fintrell Cypress, #1, like #2 player in the portal.
Mercer.
From Virginia.
From Mercer.
No,
So
from
he's
Virginia.
So when you're saying he's #2 in the portal,
Like rankings wise, like
yeah, I get that, but where would he rank?
he's got like a 90. I think it was a 95 composite. So I mean, he would be a good 4-star.
What year is he?
I think he'll be a one and done. I think he might be a grad transfer.
So is he a starter in
Yeah,
Virginia?
he's surefire starter if he gets on campus.
What do you think is the draw for these transfer guys? Do you think
Like to go to FSU? Or just in general?
No, just specific to FSU, like because you guys are the
Well,
#1 team
well, I think
to
that
get people out of the portal. So what? Why?
I think that playing time's a big deal. Because I think that the high school recruiting hasn't been what it needs to be. I mean, it's still as bad as FSU's been the last 4 to 5 years. It's still a national brand. You're going to play in front of a big stage. You're going to be on TV. And I think you look at recent portal success that they've had. They've hit. There was a list that came out of guys that have been to FSU that were portal guys, and I mean, you can just look at Jermaine Johnson, look at Jared Verse, look at Jamie Robinson, Fabian Lovett. All those guys are going to be drafted in the first 3 rounds. They were all transfer guys. So, I mean, it kind of shows that they know how to evaluate. And when Norvell and company was at Memphis, they had the highest JUCO rate hit in the nation. So it shows that they kind of know how to – they're a lot better in the process of evaluating guys that have played at the college level. More than high
And
school.
must be better than most at bringing guys in and that transfers to success for those individuals. But I think it's got to do with culture. I think Norvell's created a good culture in Tallahassee.
I think so as well. I like what he's doing. And I think it shows, too, that this week, they play Oklahoma. They had nobody opt out for the bowl. Like, Amari Gaynor was
Clear it.
There we go. I'm good.
Get
now.
you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
At
now.
least once a show he's going to clear.
Yeah,
What you think it is?
The same
Stuff-
thing.
Is
the
it
same
is
thing
it-
that you go.
Is it stuff?
you go right
is
there
the
and
gullet like regurgitating? Like somebody's just
I
working
don't
his way
know
up?
what it is. I don't
It's
know.
the same. I do that once a show, and you go.
Yeah, but
At
those are
least
2
15
different
for-
things. I got a moist mouth. I can't help that. I mean, what?
It's just that it's just he's sleepy in the morning and work.
That's right. That's right.
That worked out yet?
Anyways, Gaynor hit the portal 2 weeks ago and is still practicing with the team. Wants to get that 10th win. Like I think it shows they didn't have to tell one guy or ask if they wanted to play. Like all the guys that were declared for the draft, graduated, and said they want to play in the bowl game. Just a culture thing,
But it's
Pump
good.
that chest out when you said that.
That's the Falcons. Good on the boy Ritter.
As we continue, this segment brought to you by Bridges Electric. Just got a brand new shipment in on some Champion log splitters and generators. Any air compressor size you need for any of your electrical needs, contact Jay at Jay Bridges Electric.
Log splitters, good to have, especially when it's cold.
And as you can see behind us, for our YouTube viewers, we experienced some technical difficulties this morning with the screen behind us. They messed around and changed the password on us to the internet. They warned us they were going to do it over the break. A lot of kids hacking into it.
That's on Dennis and Casey and them not getting us.
And
up
Harold.
there for the show.
The Big O Sports team needs to be in on those passwords, but as of now, we're not. So no visual sponsors. Also, Brian Subs may swing through their day on our day off and make it that whole chicken.
That does sound good.
It is absolutely. Try it again. It went loud.
Do a little bit louder.
I had to turn it down. Roger's beat comes in too hard. I don't want to bust everybody's speaker.
Yeah,
So,
we'll add
all right, as we finish up,
15s be hitting the back seat.
so
that. Are we?
we're in bowl season. We've got the Cheez-It Bowl. Is that where?
I wanted to say I want to see what Roger's take was on something. I
Yep.
feel like the biggest surprise for me as far as signing day was Oklahoma. As bad as their season was, sometimes maybe I look too much into things or listen to what somebody else says on the media or whatever, but they just seem to be not in a good place right now, Oklahoma, and they had what I would consider a bad season for them. They still were top 10 recruiting class. What do you think about that?
Venable effect.
I mean, I think that they got a lot of good recruiters on staff. I think Venable's good. I think it's maybe DeMarco Murray's a running backs coach
Really?
who was young man playing at
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Dalen Smothers was a big running back recruit out of North Carolina. Like, who from Oklahoma goes out to Charlotte, North Carolina to get a kid. So they got some good dudes on staff.
Probably had them ties from when he was
on
over. At
They
Clemson.
also have got a bunch of guys have hit the portal too. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're offering
there's
immediate
room.
playing time. Yeah,
Another surprise for me, I guess, Miami.
I don't think that's a surprise.
Well, but
dropping that bread, ain't they?
It's ridiculous how much money. they're
That's
spending.
crazy to me that Miami was atrocious, and they're number 4.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
so
I mean,
you
they
think it
got-
just comes down to NIL money?
100%. Look, why would you want to go to Miami? Like, let's take NIL out of take
Well,
NIL
is-
out of the equation. Your campus and your stadium are 45 minutes away from each other. They've got probably 15,000 people maybe that show up to games. Like, what makes you?
But it's probably a cool place.
Yeah, it's cool to go to
school.
Miami, but like as far as football itself, like this is not the 80s, 90s, early 2000s anymore. Like,
Cristobal might be selling them on that, and they're bringing
What's
it
there-
back.
Are there facilities?
Pretty poor, aren't they?
Outdated.
they're getting new stuff. But like their indoor practice facility is 30 yards. Like, well, it's a joke. And they got the Anthony Ruiz, whatever his name is. That's their big NIL guy.
Do you know who does have pretty good facilities? UAB football. We saw that firsthand.
We did.
Shout out to UAB football, UAB athletics. Had a good time there.
So we're about to roll in that. We got the Cheez-It Bowl coming up, though, and the reason I really want to bring it up is the Raider Brigade is heading out this morning to go play at the Cheez-It Bowl. They heard Florida State's going to be there. The West Lawrence Raider Brigade, they're out there in the parking lot early this morning as we get here. They're loading up.
Shout out, Mr. Horn.
Shout out to Mr. Horn and the Raider Brigade. They're going to go over there and show
Is
out.
the semi truck
Oh,
locked
it'll
and
be
loaded?
rolling, no doubt. Locked and loaded.
Just air braking all over the place?
So Florida State, Oklahoma coming up in that Cheez-It Bowl on Thursday,
5:30.
prime time.
Is it-
I'm excited for it.
So are the Knowles the cheesiest?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cheesiest coach.
They win by 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns?
They're
Bold statement.
going to drag.
Four touchdowns is a
Yeah.
lot.
The Knowles.
They're going to drag.
All right. This part of the show brought to you by Parish Construction. Any of your school building needs, head over there to Parish Construction. Opie and Britt and the boys. And then Peach State Pride continues to throw out some good merchandise. So fresh shirt, fresh hats. Still working on that sponsorship, but he showed love, so we're gonna show some love. All right. Let's talk about our trip. So this past Thursday, we were wheels up early in the morning. Me, Hike, Cam, Slice, Cambodia, Camo.
Mo.
Yeah.
We're still working with nicknames on Big Cam
Mike
back there
Thompson special.
behind the camera. So we pull out on time, leave at 8:15.
Shout
We're
out to
cruising.
Hyatt.
Shout out to Hyatt for being on time. Punctuality,
Standard.
not an issue.
Mm-mm.
We head down and head up We're picking up Raj.
Hold on, can you go about that? Like, what happened? Then you have to stop or somewhere and let somebody.
Oh yeah. We're Cam. How far were we? 30 minutes. Making so 40, 45 minutes, and I'm driving. Cam's in the front seat.
Recklessly, might I add.
Couldn't have been better. No complaints. Cam's in the front, Heights in the back. Well, we get to Macon, and I just hear this whimpering coming out of the back seat like a little puppy.
You thought it was his new dog?
Yeah, I thought it was a little puppy back there. And Heights like, hey man, can you pull over? I'm feeling sick. My mouth's watering.
I did not say that. I was dry heaving in the back seat, dude. This dude was he was all over the road. You know, there's construction up there.
Do I need to ask Cam about my driving too, or not? Why we got a third party witness?
Yeah, but it was whipping and fishtailing
he's
in the back, in the front.
Oh,
front.
so he wasn't on the end.
Front, yeah, in the front. He's in the co-pilot seat. He's not getting any of the backlash back there. I'm getting.
So I have to pull over to let Height drive because he's just gonna get car sick, like a 4-year-old in the back seat that can't go on a road trip without. I couldn't tell if it was a ploy to get in the front seat. You know how people lie.
Do you think that I wanted to drive? No, I wanted to hang out in the back seat and just have a good time, not worry about driving.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I did dry heave in the back seat. Ended up getting in the driver's seat. I hear Chuck, and he messed up my plans. I wanted you to drive on the way.
I did. My plan was for me to. We were in my truck. I was going to drive up. Raji's driving from Carrollton to UAB. And then Height was going to drive home.
He didn't include me in the plan. You just assumed that's what was going to happen.
Well, it was my vehicle, so the assumption I made.
Executive decision.
I should have known.
He just followed in line what you've done.
That's true.
That's fair.
Next time I'll factor in of your childness in the back.
But you know, in seriousness,
it's not serious.
No, dead serious, 100% serious. I have not gotten car sick since I was, I don't know, 8 or something. But I also.
So whose fault was that you got car sick?
I thought it was all seriousness.
I mean, if. I don't know who to blame.
So fast forward. Height has to drive,
but it's definitely not my fault.
Height has to drive from Macon, and so I'm in the back. We're discussing Big Ugly Sports stuff pretty much most of the way. We
having a great time.
Raj texts us and says, "Hey, Post Road, pick me up on Post Road."
Everybody knows where Post Road is.
I also said in there.
Hey, y'all check in with us and let us know if you know where Post Road is.
Exit 30 on I-20.
Post Road. So no, I'm pretty sure he didn't say exit 30.
No, he
Post Road.
just led with y'all meet me at Post Road.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Be loud while you're doing it. So we go, and then so we figure out it's exit 30.
You had to share your location.
Right, which I'm pretty sure Cam's the one that looked up that was exit 30. I don't remember you.
I'm gonna find it. Just keep going.
Okay.
So I was driving. I had who riding Shoddy? Who was riding Shoddy?
Cam.
Okay, and what was his?
I'm not letting you shift the blame. I'm not letting you shift the blame.
But Cam will check in and say, Cam, to be fair, didn't I ask you? I told you. I prefaced that
you're a grown up driving. You've already been a child. You're a grown up driving.
I've never been to Post Road. I've never been on that road.
But you can count.
Never been on that road.
The exit number.
That's not.
I said, all right, I'll meet y'all on Post Road, exit 30.
Okay. Led with Post Road.
And we quit reading after that.
Okay. So y'all for not reading the full text through.
So Height's driving. We're going.
Cam was designated navigator.
This man here.
He's driving. So we're driving, and Raj was like, "Where y'all at?" And I'm like, "We'll be there." I think we were at exit 46 at the time. I was like, "So we're probably 15 minutes." I was all right.
And it takes me 15 minutes from where I'm at. So I'm already there at the ride share on Post Road, waiting for you guys. And I look at your location. And dude, it's all the way in Villarreal.
We're just rolling right past the exit.
We get 3 miles past it, and I'm like, "Hi, where are we going?" Exit 30. It's coming up. We just passed exit 33. Meanwhile, mile marker 27's in front of us.
No,
26.
So
26.
Yeah, so no, the last one I recall seeing was 36, I believe. And then I was like,
10 minutes earlier.
Yeah,
look at him looking at him. He's looking at Blake.
I was on out. I was on out. That's well established. I was on that.
So Raji's waiting at exit 30, Post Road, and he ends up having to get back on the interstate and coming, I guess, up or over a few more exits to meet us. We have to get off.
Which really helped you out.
No, it didn't.
Here it is.
No, it did not.
On the way home, you got to get rid of us quicker, right?
Yeah, but
he had to get off twice.
But it made it longer for me to get home. Because of the way that I went home. Yeah, don't shake your head.
No, I didn't shake my head.
You did.
Shake your head.
Did I?
Yeah, we got camera.
I was really just trying to.
Well, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Hey, look, I sacrificed for you guys.
Thank you.
you wouldn't sacrifice for the coffee trip, for the coffee stop.
We'll
on
get
the way.
there on the way home. We'll get there. We'll get there. So we end up going, man, and we get into Birmingham earlier. Go to these. We start our food reviews. If you hadn't checked out our food reviews, look on Instagram. We have a YouTube video coming out sometime this week with a recap of our whole trip where we rate. We went to was it Jack Brown's?
Jack Brown's Beer and Burgers.
And it was very good. The burger joint was really good. And then after that, we decided we got a little time to kill. Went had a little top golf fun, and
Hey, first place right here. What? Supposedly the worst golfer and just drug everybody. And then we went teams. What happened when we went teams?
boat race. I hit 3 in dead center in the back of the net for 50 each.
That was a
Cam
game
with 2
changer.
thumbs down there because it wasn't dead center. But found a glitch.
And I
Yeah.
felt bad for Cam too, because dude was dealing. And
Oh
he
yeah.
was-
Well, no. And Height was leading his team at first, so he's just in typical Height fashion, shaming his partner
Yeah.
for not doing his job.
Shame.
And then Cambodia coming down the stretch goes there and starts piping a few, and now he's carrying the team, and Height gets the hush mouth on his team. But
But we ended up. It was closer than the experts thought after the way we started.
According to
50
you,
piece.
you're the
'Cause-
best.
'cause
You have
we-
your own golf Instagram page. You're the best golfer in here.
hashtag chasing 80.
You should
Hey,
be.
give it a look. Give it a look.
You should be. Y'all should have won hands down. Because I don't play golf at all.
I've never proclaimed to be a good golfer. I've proclaimed to really enjoy playing golf.
What was he
I
doing?
think my swings look.
What was he doing after? We're at Top Golf having fun. What's this dude doing on the videos?
Dude, this man Height has got his phone.
No, it was,
My
it
phone.
was
excuse
Chuck's
me.
phone.
Excuse me, Chuck's phone, recording himself playing, and then it's slowing down. I'm watching him. He is slowing down. You see how my wrist?
I think I found it. I think I found
And
a
then,
problem
and
right
then
here.
didn't he go to the next bay over next to us and ask the guy what they thought about his swing?
Yeah, I saw it. Do that.
Yeah. It's unreal.
Hey, tell me
That's
what you
a
think.
lot.
After he saw that dude rope
Yeah.
one, he's like, "Look at my swing, man.
Yeah, what do you
why
think I
don't
need?
mine look like
How
yours?"
can I get mine to look like yours? Can I do that? What am I
But
doing
then,
with my
hey,
wrist?
after I made
angle
those
right here?
adjustments, what I do?
Oh, because Cam started going off.
Made
I
some
know what
adjustments
happened is
and
we
started
boat
crushing.
raced y'all. That's
Oh,
that's
we
what
did.
happened.
But hey, you know what? You said we were having fun, and at the end of the day, we all had a great time.
It's more fun when you win, though.
It's always a win when I'm with my boys with Big Ugly Sports.
You looking like that.
Well, you were so humble.
Most humble. You know who's not humble? Chuck Hill.
He's not humble. Okay. Keep going for the.
All right, so we go on the trip. So then we leave there after we have some fun, and then we head
Did we go to?
to another. We
we
went
were
to
gonna
Broadway.
go to the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, but
No, we didn't do that.
they were closed. That would have been
That would have been
That
fun.
would have been good.
So we went instead to a place called Broadway in Birmingham, where we had some onion rings and
No, it's Paramount.
Paramount Broadway.
So,
Sorry.
Dude, think about Morgan Wallen song.
I couldn't tell you one song he sings. Anyhow, we go to Paramount and we, have some Coke floats, root beer floats.
and those. I mean,
They
I
were-
know
they
it's
were
like
good.
out of a can root beer and out of a box ice cream, but
Good
man,
combination.
So good.
Had some arcades. Cam set the high score in the little basketball game, and he proved that he's
Great
a better
environment.
duck hunter than Height.
well, Height's just learning. He's in the beginning.
He's
an
my
amateur.
mentor. He's my mentor.
He's an amateur avid outdoorsman.
He's got his camera on today though.
He does
I'm like,
now.
I wore that just for everybody to know how serious I am about my outdoorsman.
So we leave there and we head over early, despite Raj getting his feelings about
He
it.
was protesting.
We go over
He
to
didn't want
near
to get in
the
the truck. He
near the
wanted-
arena
He
early.
wanted to walk around downtown
Aimlessly.
Birmingham with the rain coming. through.
Yeah. So we get over to the campus near the gym. We're there like a couple hours early. We're like, all right, let's kill some time. We get out, see their practice football facility there, walk over here. Can't really see anything, but team mope over here the whole time. I mean, we do the 40-yard dash.
He was pouting worse than I've ever seen an adult pout.
Think about the great video, and I know our viewers are going to be upset that you didn't do it, but the video content that we would have had, Height strokes his 40-yard dash in a whopping
I think it was 7-1-8,
7-1 uphill,
and the wind in my face.
sliding incline.
Near the hammy nearly went out too.
So then I followed with a high six,
6-8
eight
something.
something. And then, we're fired up. Raj's like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. He's still mad that we didn't walk aimlessly in some direction in the rain.
Well, he had to pee real bad, and that's what it
That's
came down
what
to.
it was.
Tank was full. Couldn't really focus on anything.
And one
Other
thing
than
about
that-
it, when his tank's full,
He shuts it down like a 2-year-old at a play date.
I mean, he got miserable.
I could have got
Yeah.
straight
He
cash right there and been good to go.
Tries to break into the basketball practice facility. Like, they're just going to let some random big guy walking up off the street come in and use the potty.
Yeah. I don't know what else you want me to say.
But he could have busted a 40. You could have busted a 40 for the, I mean, great content for the.
Easy 5-4.
I believe you and I both would have went a lot faster if they'd let us on their
practice facility.
oh yeah, on turf.
I can
That's
tell
really
you
on
this.
that kicker for not letting
Yeah.
us in.
I can tell you this, after watching me and you both run, it looked like it was painful. Like,
It looked like two dudes approaching 40.
yeah, like
that
I
hadn't worked
was
out in
when I was
months.
running, I felt faster than what I actually ran, and when I went back and
feel,
watched it, I
feel
looked
confident.
slow.
I feel confident saying though, you guys that have not worked out run faster than Ed does, and he works out all the time.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Like, that's not even close.
So we finally we get Coach Pearson, who, if you hadn't listened to our interview with him, go back and check it out. He's assistant men's basketball coach at
Shout out to
UAB.
him.
Yeah, man, showed us some love, left us 4 tickets in the wheel call and really good seats. So
he's my favorite college basketball coach. Now,
Hey.
all time.
there's something to be said about that.
I prefer him over John Wooden.
But did this man Hyde almost fall asleep during the game?
No,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, he did. So we get an interview outside of the arena with Coach for the game. We head over to the bookstore. Finally, Raji uses the bathroom and his whole demeanor changes. I mean, just night and day on how he's acting. You know, he's in a good mood
I
now.
believe.
We get our UAB lanyards. We hook up our Big Ugly Sports Report. Thanks, shout out to K Knight for
Yeah.
making the sports
Got
passes.
that UAB hat this morning too.
go Blazers.
So
Yeah.
we get our stuff, and now it's time to go in and see what it's really. We've applied for press credentials. No idea what this looks like. No idea what it entails.
Let me tell you what. If you want to enjoy a sports event, get you some press passes.
Woo wee.
I can't wait till we go to NASCAR.
I mean, you get you some press passes. You're essentially,
I thought we were Stephen A. Smith going in there.
the guy told us these, we said, sir, where will these passes allow us to go? He went and checked. Anywhere in the building you want. Thank you.
Till the game starts. Yep. Hey, Paul McCall,
Shout
mean,
out Paul McCall.
just the media relations guy.
Favorite collegiate sports
media
relations. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's best in the nation.
The best thing, what I learned about it too through this experience is UAB's like security and is not a really a priority, because we just made a phone call, a month ago, didn't give him any credentials.
I don't know. That sounds a little bit negative towards Paul and UAB sports and their security. So
It is not towards Paul, towards their security. They just let us walk right in.
They're in Birmingham.
Don't turn a positive to a negative. I see what you. Go ahead.
I don't know.
That's what
Are you about to muck mouth again?
Go ahead,
That's what you're
Pterodactyl.
doing.
Come on, Buzz.
So we go in there, get our media passes. We walk around, get to watch the guys pregame, and man, it just, on a serious note, as basketball coaches here, you just see that's a mid-tier D1 school, them and Charlotte, both good schools, and the talent level there, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, those guys are,
They're in pregame when they're just draws.
yeah,
the
I
entire
mean,
time. Shout out Jelly.
Jelly Walker, yeah.
And what was the big guy? 55?
I can't remember what his name was. I still got the stat sheet in my truck.
Trey Ellison, maybe, big guy. Jameson, that was
That was
it.
it.
Trey Jameson.
Large individual.
My gosh.
And for me, not being educated about basketball at all, it's just impressive, man. And I'm just like, man, these guys, how are these guys not, at, I don't know, Georgia or Duke, FSU? I just don't understand how much the guys that are there.
How good they are.
Yes,
Yeah,
it blows my mind.
And don't go down on your basketball credentials. You've got some experience on the bench, almost getting
That's fair. That's fair.
getting a
You
tech
are
during
one
last
of
year's
the
game.
one of the best bus drivers to ever come through West Orange State.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I put in time in
Hey.
practice.
What I remember, I had to tell him to be quiet during the game.
Yes. What was that at Rutland?
Really? Hey, them referees had me blow. And the AD started it when
This
he was
man,
trying to get on
this
Joe
man
Buck.
Hightower
That's
drove the
right.
bus for me
Sure
and
did.
Rogers last year, and
Sure did.
so I allowed him to sit on the bench with us during the game. And
Great idea.
midway through the game, I'm having to turn around and tell Hightower to sit down and be quiet because he's just hounding the officials, about to get us a tech.
I loved it.
The AD, when we walked in, the AD, everybody was tripping about COVID mask at the time, and the AD was going off on my boy Joe Bucks, and I didn't appreciate it Because
Change the whole mood.
if he's got a problem with one of our kids, he needs to talk to you and not
little
talk
did
to
the AD
director.
know he's going to be speaking to a national champ like that.
That's
Put-
exactly right.
Put some respect on Buck's name.
Bucks,
Shout out
mama,
to
he
Will.
made it. Hey, anyway, yeah, and
Shout
the
out Reggie's
referees,
boy.
the referees were terrible, and somebody's got to let them know it's not fair that there's no recourse on referees being trash.
You did you. I appreciate it. Raiders
And we got a
appreciate it.
dub that
Got a
night.
W. So those are hard to come by too.
That's when my stomach was hurting on the back on the bus too.
No, you left mid game.
No, that was Bear Brawl. This one was remember because we
No,
had
I was there the day they're at Rutland because I had to take over with the clipboard because you had to go to the
Oh, I did have to do that.
yeah,
That's right.
100%.
It's a regular occurrence.
Because we had to eat. We had to eat in the bathroom. So remember that
Yeah.
in the shower,
Yeah.
and I had that leftover steak. I just
Clear your throat.
okay, there we go. Super 40s. We good.
So yeah, then late in the game, Hyatt already tells me like, cause it's late. We left at 8:15 that morning
long day.
Eastern time. Now it's approaching probably 10:30 Eastern time. We've been on the road and we're sitting in the bleachers, and I just look over at Hyatt, and he's just first off he's scrolling on his phone most of the
trying to sell
game.
them
Not
more
most
than
of it.
Trying to-
But I was trying to get some content for the show, and I did post.
What I loved about him is he say he was trying to get content, and then you look over and he's just
Dude is 100% scrolling
scrolling.
on Facebook.
Sometimes you got to find other ideas. You gotta-
eyes looking sleepy.
I tell you,
and
I
he
was-
looks at me and tells me that he's going to need to catch a nap on the way home. I said, not happening.
I was very
But
tired.
then a shout out to him. He got UAB. He got the entire gym.
Yes,
gymnasium
I got
done.
everybody turned
Can you
on
show
their
him?
head,
Can you
boy.
show him real quick what you did?
I'm not
Make the
gonna
face.
make
Make the
no.
face. There. Oh,
Pterodactyl.
Hey, for you viewers at home, sometimes when you get turned up, you got to make an ugly face.
the best part about it is at that point of the game, nobody was doing anything.
No,
It
that was
just
so
Hyatt.
me doing that was in response to Chuck repeatedly nudging Rogers and saying, "Look at look at look at."
That worked both ways. He was doing it to me too. It was mutual between us two. Tell us, look at
So-
you.
That boy Buzz is going hard.
So whenever I was doing this, I was mouthing the word "turn up," and that's why my face looked that way. But I was just extra crunk, just trying to get
Yeah,
everybody.
Roger
and
said
it
looked like a pterodactyl.
yeah, that's fine, or buzzer,
Vulture.
vulture.
But really,
But
any
but you-
scavenger bird.
But anyway, it really rallied the troops. We came back. Blazers got the dub,
They did.
and then we went to
Shout
the
out
press
that-
conference.
That dude from Charlotte though was pretty
Mo
impressive.
said, this Mo said he just said that his doing that rallied the players to win. That's pretty good. So it was a close game throughout, and then UAB was after Hyatt got the crowd
I
up,
told them to turn up, and here we are.
and then they
How,
pulled
all right,
away.
real quick. How many of those guys do you think we see playing in the NBA?
None.
I think Jelly
Jelly-
Walker
Jelly can
could
play a
do
little bit.
something. Yeah, he's a
You know
5'10"
remember who
guard.
he
but
reminds me
man,
of?
he's good.
He reminds me of Lou Williams.
Yeah, just a smaller version.
Reminds me of Lou Williams.
He's
And
a
maybe
player,
a little
man.
quicker.
He could. I don't know about.
Big
I mean,
boy,
Big
can.
Boy. If he progresses, he could at 6'11".
If the dude from Charlotte was any more athletic, the way that he shoots the ball outside, he could make a
Yeah.
roster. But he's just not. He's not athletic
He
enough to
can't
play.
move good enough.
He's
Either.
he had a massive knee brace on.
You
I would've-
talking-
but
you
the
talking about
thing
Wiz's brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
But black and yellow.
But I thought Jelly Walker had his shot blocked multiple times, and I thought that was
But dude,
something would hold him back.
dude, he's so quick.
But he could create a shot.
He-
I mean, at 5'10" playing, that's going to happen.
You
And-
talk
and you
about a
gotta
guy who
think,
could
too,
knock him up in a phone
right,
book.
but you got to
That
think
dude.
too. He's at UAB where he's having to do that. The NBA, he's not going to have to create. He can get into the lane, drive, and
Yeah,
kick.
he'll be the creator most of the time.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, and then after the game, man, we had to put our press passes to the test. We go down into the press room. We're gonna stand in the back, ask a question. They encouraged me to go sit on the front row, go sit
You
down.
did a great job.
You really
I
did.
had a blast, man. It was fun. We got to interview Andy Kennedy.
Coach was a little intimidating. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Andy Kennedy what?
he
Yeah.
tried to strong arm you a little bit with statistics. You went with him. You led with the statistics, and then he tried to be a little
Went
more
over the top.
specific.
He went over the
Yeah,
top.
he did.
He was.
He must not realize who he was talking to.
Oh, he did say Chuck Hill was Big Ugly Sports, and I think that kind of threw him
Right.
off a little bit.
I
'cause
saw him kind of eyeballing me after, like, who? Excuse me.
Big Ugly Sports. And then now second question, Coach has to put his glasses on.
That was the stats question. First question was about their defenses and the variety they ran, and he answered that one pretty well. And then the second one was when he was he's bullying my question a little bit, but then
He was rattled. He wasn't.
He was.
He wasn't
when he was intimidated by the title, Big O Sports, you think?
He was, yeah, as soon as he looked down and saw that T-shirt, the faint black that he saw that said Big Ugly Sports, he got intimidated.
So Andy Kennedy, a good renowned college basketball coach, Ole Miss, Cincinnati. So
Been successful at UAB, made the tournament last year.
yeah, and I expect them.
Conference this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if they did it this year. They have a really good team.
Yeah,
I think
like
they're a
They
tournament
were
team.
definitely fun to watch, and the people, everybody there on campus was super friendly and
Yeah, they
helpful. Man, just a great trip. It's just can't wait
Yeah.
to do another one.
On the way home, so let's get to that.
So we load up. At this point, it's
Late.
yeah, it's 10. It's after 10 o'clock Eastern time. We load
Mind
up.
you, the weather is on our back too
Oh, it's
now.
brutal.
I mean, it's gonna be 20 degrees, winds blowing. I no joke, was low key worried about you guys because when I got home and now it's so loud. This
I had to mute his
Can you
mic.
hear it?
Yeah, can we hear it?
I couldn't hear it.
Shout out basketball concession stand. I appreciate that.
He crossed the line again.
Dude loves to step on that line.
That ain't crossing the line.
Not at
Thank
all.
you. It's really good. Thank you, Coach Wade.
Shout out, Mr. Wade. Anyways, I was worried about you guys because I probably went home 30 minutes maybe, and do that storm. You remember when it started raining at the racetrack? I know I'm kind of skipping ahead, but
Yeah, hold on. Before we get this,
Okay.
let's back up
Okay.
because us three, me, Height, and Cam, have a 4-hour trip ahead of us, 4+. This guy's got 2 hours, so we're like, hey man, let's pull over and get some coffee real quick, a quick shot. This is gonna help. By the time it kicks in, we'll be driving home. No man, we can get in 2 hours when we get to my exit. Blah 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 blah. Did not want it.
yeah,
No.
that's true.
Did not want to get up.
But I was
2 hours
worried, number
for a
one.
cup
I
of
was
coffee.
worried about the weather. I was worried about the weather because when I got home, not 30 minutes later, that junk came in. I mean, power lines were going down. It was pretty bad.
30 minutes is a long time.
But if you stop and then have to hang out forever and get coffee because some people make a mess,
I did spill my coffee in the place.
That mo went to put the lid on it. It just collapsed.
The coffee, it was a faulty cup. Had to be.
you blame somebody, man. You spill coffee and then blame the coffee cup.
I pressed too hard on one side of the cup, and it just.
And he looked sleepy with them glasses on. He was so ugly going.
But
to that store.
I did clean up, man. I cleaned up my mess
Thank you.
and threw it all.
What
in the
about- what
Thank
about-
you for cleaning up
hey,
your
hey,
mess.
You know, some
I
people wouldn't
what's
do
the round
that,
of
Chuck.
applause? Do we have a round of applause? Which one's that?
Who cleaned up his mess?
That's
What-
that's
how
a good raising.
How does khakis look?
They were
It was
stained.
It was all over my khakis. But you know what? That's a guy who don't mess with other folks' foam fingers and cleans up his own mess. You know, those things kind of go
They
together.
correlate.
We did see some foam fingers in the bookstore too. We steered clear. I got a quick pick of Height, but I know that's a touchy subject, so we didn't mess
He
with
was
the
so
UAB
emotional.
foam fingers. Yeah, would have been great for his kids, but a little overpriced foam fingers.
There were no souvenirs this trip for my children.
I got my
Too close to
shirt.
Christmas. They didn't need anything else.
So, finally, Raj, after 45 minutes from Birmingham, I guess we talk him maybe longer than that. Talk him in to get us a cup of
It was
coffee.
about an hour because we stopped in Oxford.
Yep. So we get it. Start heading back. Have to keep Hyde awake. Look back there a couple of times. One time he's head. I couldn't tell if his eyes were closed. I'm sure they were. It's just kind of leaned over in that
And
corner.
then because he was complaining about being hot,
It
which it was warm.
It was hot in
It
there,
was warm.
and you had your
What do you mean? You controlled it.
15s,
Yeah.
your speakers under
We're
my
listening to
seat.
Bone Thugs. We're listening to his music.
We did that for a short amount of time. Shout out
But-
to Home Thugs, man.
Man,
Golly.
But Cam, true or false? Did you think it was too loud in there?
It was loud.
Too loud.
Well, as soon as I already know his response before I say anything here, but as soon as we got out, I was like, I cannot go on a trip anymore of that, blah, blah, blah. So your response going, that's fine. I won't drive. I won't take my truck.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do it. But
Yeah.
it was rough. My boy is he's already
Well, don't you-
seasick in the back. So
Well, I
you
was
had
trying
No,
to keep-
actually,
I
I
was
didn't
trying
get
to keep-
seasick when he
well,
was driving.
the beat might have helped you then. Might have stabilized.
I was trying to keep him awake, if anything.
Well, thank you.
It was obnoxiously loud.
I was okay. So you played it to keep him away. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Not because you like it.
He's so
No.
thoughtful. Appreciate you, buddy.
You're welcome.
So
So ungrateful.
Ungrateful, unbelievable.
So we get out, head back. Finally, we make it home at 2:15 a.m. Just a hard ride home. We're playing games in the car to try to stay awake, trying to keep Hyde awake. I told him at one point the worst co-rider, possible because he's trying to go to sleep over there on me while I need him to stay awake.
But hey, you drove really well on the way home.
Thank you.
So-
Cam,
so,
do you have
oh.
any complaints from the back? So
Yeah, after I talked to him,
same
I
terrain.
embarrassed
So
him
if we're,
about
if we're gonna do
getting
that, if we're gonna
car seat
complain
engines.
about the truck, if we complain about the height, that means next time we go somewhere, height's not going. Because we're complaining about it the entire time. We complain about the truck.
Well, he's already cost us a trip also anyways. We didn't hold that again. You know, the Atlanta Hawks cost us that with Wade. So.
No, I'm good. We're good. Wade and I are
You
good.
confirm that or
No, it's my
think?
speculation. I've prayed
Which
about
goes back to your
Oblivious.
yes about how people really feel about it.
All right, so overall great. We're already that took a long time,
it.
but
And I got y'all's gas money, by the way.
Big
Y'all-
recap.
We need to discuss.
he's got it.
I tabulated.
Christmas card?
Tabulated. It was one of my wife's thank you notes.
All right, let's hear what you got.
So going back to
This all stems
the Hawks trip,
Yeah.
right? So we go to Atlanta. There's 4 people riding in the truck. We get back. I give Chuck $10. You know, normally when you go on a buddy trip, you're not trying to make money off your friends and whatnot. So
It got nothing to do with making money.
So I
Gas is high.
I
Gas
gave-
was high at the
I
Hawks
gave-
trip.
I gave him some money. You gave some money.
I gave him 25. I think maybe more. 25 to 30.
24, I think.
Okay, 24.
So
24 dollars
anyway,
51 cents.
so Jody chipped in nothing.
Did he
which-
take a shot at trying to make money off of his
Yeah,
friend,
not
or just
you,
trying to
not
cover
you,
their
not
costs?
you,
Yes,
because you have been gracious about it the entire time. Okay, but now
Now, but what about?
So-
okay,
so
that's
now
fine.
you-
That's fine. We'll get. We can
you
piggyback off
you've
something
not.
then before we go here.
that's fine. You, sir, have been
Who you pointing at?
Raj. Okay, he's been obnoxious and throwing it in my face that he gave more
I'm
money
not-
than me. Yeah, he constantly throwing it. So anyway, so
I
I did
constantly maybe a couple comments, but that's fine.
multiple. So I found a trip calculator for gas mileage and everything like that. And so
This one you know is about money for this man to put in this much work.
Well, it's really
And
just
to prove- 'cause he wants
because
to prove
no,
a
what
point.
he's been a smart aleck about how much money I gave. So now here I am. I've just
So you
in
went
turn-
back and
I'm in turn being a smart aleck about the
you
gas.
calculated the Atlanta trip that we took.
No,
Okay,
this
this
is the Birmingham trip.
All right,
So
let's hear it.
I've got for 228 miles is what I ballpark. That's just there and back. Then I gave you. I was being generous here. Gave you 20
This is from
Hey,
Carrollton?
I'm being generous.
from
from
Dublin.
I just said from
I'm
Villarica.
I'm being generous. But now, did I go out of my way to make a card with all the prices of the gas, the mileage, the rotation of the tire, all that kind of stuff? Now, but yeah, I'm being generous.
And I'm
now.
glad you mentioned that tire rotation because I know you got them super swampers. So I actually gave you less gas mileage. So I'm being
All right,
generous.
let's hear it.
All right. So anyway, for the trip, it should be $44.70 in gas according to the calculator. That's divided by 4. Okay, so that puts me at
11 and some change.
$11.18. Okay. Now I threw in a $5 tip just because I
Hold
wanted
on,
to be
why would we divide it by 4? Me and Chuck,
because you're driving.
we shouldn't have. You should be paying for our part of the gas.
I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, I'd be okay
Just for
with
this-
that, but
Well, I mean, obviously you'd be okay with it,
Yeah.
but
no, it's about 4.
yeah, all right, so it's about 4. All right, but then I threw in a $5 tip.
So 16 and some
Hey, you're
change.
generous. Thank you.
However, whenever he wouldn't do the 40-yard dash, or whenever we were
So
discussing,
we've got some deductions.
well, it's a $2 deduction because
Okay.
you told me if I let y'all film my 40, blazing speed 40. So anyway, $13.18 what I've got here in my pocket for you right now. Chill. Yours was a longer trip. Okay, so you're going to get more money. 338 miles for you. Ended up, and where there's one less person. So we're dividing by 3. So it's $14.93. But I gave you a $5 tip because I'm just a generous guy. And so that puts you at $19.93. But you've had a good attitude about
Give
it.
me 7. You give me 7.
I guess you're around 20. Around 20. So that's where we're at.
I
So-
appreciate your
Can
work.
we circle back to making money on friends though?
Yeah, real
Because
quick.
this man hype, but while we were in school, man, I got these Morgan Wallen tickets, man. I don't want to go, you know. So I'm like,
I bought them to sell it.
So I say that I'll buy the tickets from you. All right, now the Morgan Wallen tickets are extremely expensive. You know, I mean, I think we paid $200 for Luke Combs, which is not even as a hot commodity as Morgan Wallen. It's at Truist Park, all that stuff. So $300, you know, is what I offered. It's expensive, but in comparison, it's relatively inexpensive. If that makes sense. So I offered $300. Hype, man, look what them things are selling for. I ain't selling you that. I ain't doing that for $300.
They-
So then what's this man do? posts on Facebook, comes this one, hey, I already sold him. Hey, shout out Jace Thompson, 400.
This dude loves to throw other people's business out on the radio. I don't understand it.
It's not throwing anybody's business out. It's with the
Is
thing's
that
been
not?
recorded.
That's literally
The thing's
exactly
been
what it is.
recording the entire time since we even started. And that's what I'm saying is that he's one of our friends. He's one of our friends.
I gave him a discount.
You still making
I
money
gave
off
that.
of it.
I gave him that.
You still making money off of it. Because you could have.
Would you have made money off of Roger? Would that have put you breaking even?
I would have made.
He would have
Not
added
enough.
$13.18 to it, try to make money.
Yeah, I would have made not very much at all.
But he would have made money.
But so I invested in the tickets, time and the energy and the money to get the tickets, and now he wants me to just not turn the
Actually,
profit.
he did a whole lot of work. What he had to do was I could have got on StubHub and bought them.
Well,
I'm
good.
glad
You
you
still
made
can go for it.
I'm out. Because my friend didn't want to sell me the tickets, which is fine.
All right. As we get ready to close here, shout out to Signature FD. All your financial needs, contact Wade and the gang up in the Atlanta area. And you got Black Shear Beverage who came through clutch with the shirts, sweatshirt for Big Cam. So we're going to be rocking that logo in a many places we go. You down in the Cordial area near the lake, be sure to stop by. Tell them Big Ugly Sports sent you. Get that big discount, big discount. So that's it, guys. We're kind of out of time here. We do have, make sure you tune in. I know you will be this weekend, man. You got the Dogs, you got the Final Four and the Dogs playing Ohio State. Let's, real quick, give me your two winners, Raj.
Georgia, Michigan.
Georgia, Michigan.
Yeah, same. Georgia, Michigan.
I'm gonna hang on to my TCU pick, Georgia TCU. So, you know, big things popping this weekend on New Year's Eve. All right, Raj, take us home. Get off your phone. What you doing?
I'm pulling a height.
You gonna plug for us or what?
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. My bad.
Wow.
Hey, look, my bad.
Shout out to Cam behind the camera too. Not enough love back there behind. Did great work. Be looking on some YouTube for his camera work this week.
Yeah, make sure you get on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Give us 5 stars review.
Maybe even a
Maybe
subscription.
even a subscription.
All right, be sure to hit us up at Big Ugly Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, and TikTok. Now we're on TikTok.
And be looking. Hopefully, again, I know we keep saying this, but the Big Ugly Sports marketing team with Ree and Jay been working hard on us some shirts. So we've got a design we've about narrowed down to. Be looking for that merch to hit the store soon, and follow us on YouTube. Go check our videos out. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at.
Get on that bud.
Yeah, we jumping on this beat. Early morning shows got the Crocs up on my feet.